Good girl.
We've got a dog today.
Come on, stay on the path, please. Come on.
This is lovely.
Bless her. They're so loyal.
I'm so cosy because look, I've got Sammy. It's a hot water bottle in my jacket.
Have you actually? That's amazing.
I'm having the best time. I'm very cozy. We're having dog problems. Hey Sammy.
Hello.
Welcome to Lockdown Lifelines.
Lockdown Lifelines it is.
Introduce yourself. Who are you, Sammy?
I think my name is Sammy. Hi, Kira. My name is Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
I'm in a band called Soulbox.
Nice.
And we're friends with a band called Amongst Wolves.
Oh my gosh, that's us.
I know, right?
Today, I would like to ask you a question.
Okay.
And it's a very important question. Okay, I'm just sorting out my hot water bottle. Oh, so cozy. We're in a new lockdown.
We are.
So a lot of people are asking the question, well, where's God in lockdown? And what does that mean? What does it look like?
Gosh.
So it's quite a deep question.
It's quite a very deep question.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? I think it's an easy question that we ask ourselves, not just in like a lockdown, but I think it's just whenever things aren't going the way that we think they should go.
Yes, you're right.
So like in moments of like when there's like bad things happening, you're like, oh, like where is God in all of these bad things, right?
Yeah.
And I found myself asking that question. I remember the first lockdown, there was like days where I didn't get out of bed.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I can't be on Instagram watching everybody do workouts and all this stuff. Like I'd rather watch like 40 Marvel films in like one day. And I found myself like, oh, like, God, where are you in this situation?
Yeah.
And I learned something really, really amazing, that he's with me in that situation.
That's
and he's
awesome.
right there next to me.
That's cool.
And all I have to do is like look and see where he's at, and I can invite him into how I'm feeling.
Because I feel like it can be really easy to blame God for something like this. Like, what's going on if you're meant to be so good and loving? Like, why have you brought this upon us? But actually, I think it's more just like, God doesn't change, it's the world that changes.
Yeah.
God's still good whilst we're living out the consequences of our own actions.
Literally.
It's us that's
yeah.
messed the world up. How's your relationship to God changed throughout the whole of lockdown? Like, what have you done to help your relationship, or have you done anything that could like hinder the relationship? How's it been going?
I think it's been like a bit of both, isn't it? I think one of the things that we've always asked ourselves as people is like, oh, why don't we have enough time?
Yeah.
Like I always used to say, like, if I had more time, like as Christians, like one way that we connect with God is like reading the Bible, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I always say if I had more time, I'd read my Bible more. And like now I've got a bucket load of time.
Yeah.
And I'm still like sometimes in the same predicament.
Yeah.
But what I found is actually just going in there when I'm feeling a certain type of way, genuinely, it's not about just when you're feeling bad, that's when you lean on God. I actually think it's amazing for us to also like lean on God even when we're feeling good.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
in this situation where I am actually feeling not so great sometimes, just reading the Bible and like intending to just be like reading for 5 minutes. Before I knew it, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been reading for like 30 minutes. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing, because like I'm actually having that connection with God. So one thing that's actually helped me during this lockdown is making space and making time for that relationship.
Yeah, that's good.
But at the same time, I've taken that time for granted as well. So it's like learning the rhythm of it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I get that. Would you say the way to get more from a relationship with God is to invest in it?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like a friend. Like, think about it. Like, a lot of people just come to God and say, oh, God, like, it's like he's like a genie in a bottle.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is what I want. I want, like, all this money. I want this opportunity and I want that. And then they just go. Like, imagine if your best friend did that to you. Every time they came up to you, it was just to ask you for something.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Like, it would be horrendous, wouldn't it? I'd be like, you're not like a real friend of mine. And it's the same thing with God, right? We believe that it's a relationship, so you've got to invest time into it. You've got to sit down and be like, oh God, like, what do you think about this situation? Like, what do you want me to do in that situation?
Yeah.
And when we do that, something amazing happens. Number one, our perspective shifts a little bit from it just being like, oh, I'm having such a terrible time, and then like having this moment where God shows you that there are so many other people that are like going through it as well. And he actually inspires you and equips you to then go out and be a practical help to those people.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Or actually like taking time out to pray for those people, and like not just all being about you. And that naturally starts to uplift you a little bit, which I always find is like incredible.
That's cool, man. That's really awesome. So I guess we could say, if you're wondering where God is in lockdown, ask him, see what he says.
Literally.
Thank you for joining us for another Lockdown Lifelines. We were meant to have a dog this time, but she's run off.
Has she
So
gone? I don't know where she's gone.
Oh. Join us next time. Maybe we'll have another dog. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.